Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the video for the upcoming lunar eclipse. It is the Pisces full moon happening at 2:08 p.m. on September 7th, 2025. This is the chart based on New York. So this full moon can happen in different houses according to where you are located and based on your birth chart and things like that. But it is a full moon happening at 15 degrees of Pisces. And I call this full moon, and then it's the full moon of a mystic. It is very mystic. It is very magical. This is the full moon of the witches and wizards and alchemists. This is the lunar eclipse, right? Lunar eclipse is the time when Earth gets in the way between the sun and moon, and the earth casts its shadow to the moon. So the moon can, the lunar eclipses, the moon glows like an orange. It's very mystic and beautiful. But under this, within this portal of an eclipse, I always call the eclipse cycle as the time where we enter into the gate of wild mystic dragons. The south node, the dragon tail, the north node, the dragon head. And then under this eclipse portal in the field of mystic, wild mystic dragons, anything can happen. Right? The veil between realms are thin, and eclipse is the time of surrender, right? Surrendering to those wild mystic dragons, surrendering to the universe, surrendering to the higher structures and patterns of the universe, and let go. Right, letting go of control is one of the biggest theme and the message under this full moon that I am receiving. We are moving under and through this Virgo season. Virgo, and then even under this eclipse chart, what is most powerful, which is the most powerful planet under this chart, is Mercury, because Mercury is the sole dispositor of this chart, meaning Mercury is at home in Virgo, and all the other planets can be traced back to Mercury. Like Venus is in Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. Sun is in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is at home in Virgo. How about Mars? Mars is in Libra. Libra is ruled by Venus. The same trace. Venus in Leo, the sun, Virgo, Mercury, right? Even like a Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by, modern ruler is Uranus. Uranus is in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury in Virgo. Like this, all the planets can be traced back to Mercury, meaning Mercury holds a very strong presence in this chart. And this is the eclipse. The sun is in conjunction with Mercury, and the sun is with the south node. So this is the energy of ending and releasing and shattering. Virgo rules intestines. What intestines do in medical astrology within the body is the intestines, large intestines and small intestines, discriminate and discern what is essential for our body to keep or what is the waste that we have to eliminate, right? So Virgo energy is very about analyzing and practicality and criticizing in a good way to discern what is medicinal and in what is poisonous, and choosing the medicine, right? Choosing what feels good, all that. But under this full moon, this is a very interesting eclipse because the same degree eclipse happened on the same day, September 7th of 2006. So whatever that was going on around that 2006, 2007, this can be a repetitive pattern of that, because that was a full moon Pisces eclipse at 15 degrees of Pisces, and then also moon was with the North Node and the Sun was with the South Node, and Jupiter in under this current eclipse, Jupiter is in a very well aligned position. Jupiter is in Cancer, in sextile with the Sun, in trine with the Moon. So it is a very harmonious, beneficial energy that this eclipse holds, and also creative, very mystic. And then that one in 2006, Jupiter was in Scorpio, and then it was also aligning in sextile with the Sun and in trine with the Moon. Very interesting. But besides that, back to now, this lunar eclipse, under this lunar eclipse, okay, Mercury is the sole dispositor, so it is very potent energy that the Mercury holds. What is Mercury doing? Mercury is in septile with Jupiter. That is basically the only alignment that this Mercury is making. Beside it, it is in opposition to the moon, and it is in conjunction with the sun. So Mercury in septile. Septile is an aspect that is very mystic. Septile alignment has something to do with number 7. 7 is the number of magic and mystic, ruled by Neptune. 7. So whole entire wheel divided by 7 is the septile archetype, the energy. And then septile holds this circumstances or situation or energy that cannot fully recognized or understood by our logical, cognitive thinking mind. And then especially with this Jupiter in the mystic ocean of Cancer, Cancer does represent the cosmic ocean of consciousness, collective memories of collective consciousness. It is our root. Jupiter in Cancer does represent our root in the cosmos, in the eternity. And with this Mercury speaking beautifully in septile with Jupiter, there is this true message to me. This full moon in Pisces is all about letting go of the logic, letting go of this trying to figure out energy that is very strong under this Virgo energy, right? Practical. What is good? What is not? What is medicine? What is not? What feels this and that, right? Judgment, discerning. Yes and no, right and wrong, black and white, and then all the opposite. The duality cool energies can be associated with Virgo, but under this new full moon in Pisces, and then this is the energy that Saturn, right? Recently, Saturn dipped back into Pisces, right? The Saturn is at 29 degrees of Pisces under this lunar eclipse, and Saturn dipped back into Pisces in September 1st, on September 1st. And then this is the energy that is loud. Saturn dipped into Aries at the end of May. At the end of May to the end of August, Saturn was together with Neptune in Aries, trying to create a new identity, trying to create new reality, new feelings, new dreams, new realization, new awareness, new everything, new identity, new ego, new initiation, new energy, new, right? Everything, new intention. Okay, I'm trying to get to this new chapter theme, right? Stirring up deep in our psyche. Now, Saturn is backing into Pisces. Saturn has been in Pisces since 2023. And in Pisces, Saturn, now Saturn back in Pisces, this is the moment of course, closure and endings and releasing and all of that. But this is not just the ending that is happening now. Saturn at the very end degrees of Pisces is very karmic, very fated, very potent closure moment. And then under this full moon is the time of a closure and an ending, and it's culmination point to release, release, release. But also, Saturn is going to be in Pisces up to the February of next year. This is us resetting the past 30 years, right? Pisces is the end point in the sign of the zodiac wheel. And then when Saturn re-enters back into Aries in February, this is going to be the collective new beginning point of the next journey, new journey of the next 30 years. This is a reset point, clearing point of the last 30 years that happened since 1996. Some of you were maybe not born yet, but we are clearing up all the karma, all the drama, all the memories of trauma, all the things that had happened kept us being wounded, kept us being certain ways because of this, because of that past that this happened, and then it hurt me, so I'm fearful of this or that, right? It's all the illusion, the stories, the memories that our mind is holding on to. And this Saturn is trying to clear, reset it all. We are the storyteller, and then we are the story itself. We are the dreamer, and we are the dream itself. Any energies of Pisces dissolves the boundary of duality, and then we are here to embody this reality is dream, and the dream is the reality. What is this thin energy that is, the boundary line between everything can dissolve under this magic of the Piscean realm. And we are being invited to tap in there under this full moon. That's the message that I'm receiving. So even if you cannot discern, or like maybe choose to let go of trying to push to release so much, right? Or trying to figure out what has to be released in order for this new chapter has to happen, or I need to cord cut this in order for this new thing to come into my life, right? Oh, this is good, this is bad, this feels this, all the logical, critical, judgmental, analytical mind stirring up all these things, and we're trying to sort out things under this Virgo energy. But under this Pisces deep ocean of magic, we are being invited to drop figuring it out too. Let go, let go, let go thinking, let go pushing, trust to flow in sync with the rhythm and current of the universe. We don't have to judge, oh, this thing is good, this thing is bad, this. We are in the mystic portal of magic, of that spirit. We are being invited to speak to our soul under this Pisces full moon and make sense of it on the spiritual level. Spiritual level. If we are caught in this logical thinking mind, we're stuck in this 3D physical logical reality where time is linear. The past, the now, the future. This is what happened. That's why I'm feeling like this. And if I'm feeling like this, what like, right? Or like expecting for the future. What do I want for the future? Where do I have to do? Too much thinking keeps us trapped in just this physical, tangible realm of reality. And we want to go beyond there under this full moon. Mars and Jupiter is speaking to one another in square, right? But beautiful square with this Jupiter, Cancer, this mystic vision, right? Higher perspective of the Jupiter is squaring and charging and speaking to Mars, Mars the ego, Mars more practical reality, to keep your vision open. Go try not to get glued into this one reality and this one thing that I want or I have to figure out. No, loosen that tie and move away, right? Go into that bird's eye vision, or like look at everything from that mountain top of that spirit perspective and breathe, breathe, breathe. That's what I'm hearing under this full moon. And then also beautiful energy, right? Venus and Mars are in sextile with one another. Jupiter and the Sun are in beautiful sextile with one another. Yes, right before this full moon on the 6th, Uranus is moving back, like retrograding. This is a big energy, right? Uranus activation is happening under this lunar eclipse when Uranus is not moving, right? After moving, right, start stationing to go retrograde on the 6th. So at that point of the lunar eclipse, Uranus is not moving. So Uranus is in the maximum point of energy where Uranus shakes up things. Uranus brings storm and lightning and earthquake and all the shake up and breakdown and breakthroughs. Uranus is the planet of change, ascension, awakening, all change, 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 change. It's the only law within the universe because this planet is moving and shooting and flying across the universe super fast, and that is us. So this is the lunar eclipse that is reminding us not to hold on to anything, not to grip onto anything, because that grip, that's the ego's mind, wants us to feel safe and secure. But that sense of safety and security itself is just an illusion that our mind keeps us trapped in, right? Change is everything. Everything is change, change, change. And then if you cannot change, embrace it all. If you cannot let go, embrace that, right? Whatever love, whatever feelings, whatever difficulty, if you cannot let go of the fear, embrace it all. That's another message, to embrace, 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 rather than resist. Because this Uranus stationing to go retrograde, that energy is gonna stay with you, right? Until, I mean, this Uranus energy is speaking with all the outer planets still. Uranus is speaking to Pluto. Uranus is speaking to Neptune, Saturn. All the outer planets are still staring up the change, the change, the change, right? But then again, like I said, if creating change is something that you have a hard time, that you have a hard time with, then I would say let go of trying to change also. Let go of just the resistance, right? Sometimes we try to let go something, and that push itself creates more resistance. And that resistance itself is something that we do not want to hold within our energy field under this lunar eclipse. This eclipse is at 15 degrees of Pisces. This is the second decan of Pisces. Second decan of Pisces is related to Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is the energy of contentment. It's the energy of the universe, like like we are whole and we are one and we are content with the eternity itself. There is only oneness. The separation is illusion. We have everything we need, and then I choose to sit here with everything as is. No pushing, no trying. I accept everything as is, just like how the universe is holding space for everything just to be. God is the energy that lets everything to be. We want to tap into that energetic field within each of us to accept and be, and to tap into that power of being, rather than pushing, rather than trying, rather than trying to figure out, rather than planning, rather than regretting, rather than like all that. That's all the mind stuff. It's all the mental stuff. That card that showed up was the Four of Sword. Four of Sword reminds us, just be. Let the universe turn the wheel rather than us trying to turn the wheel and push to go here or there. Trust the universe turning the wheel. And then even, oh, nothing is happening, or oh, chaos is coming in with the eclipse. No preconceived notion. Try not to have no opinion about what's gonna happen, or eclipse is chaotic. Whatever we believe, we create. Eclipse can be beautiful times of change. It's a portal of growth and expansion. Two of Pentacles. It is the portal of change. But we want to be the juggler. We want to be the dancer, juggling reality around without losing our steps, without losing our balance. And with that Ace of Wands showed up. Yes, this is the initiation point. Yes, this is the new beginning point. New beginning is emerging, and the ending, that change, right? A lot of people are going through massive changes with their relationships or with their jobs or with where they live, right? All the big changes, big shakes up are happening because all the planets are trying to realign us to our soul access point of our spirit. But under this full moon, this is the point that we want to grab our own magic wand to keep dreaming, to keep like creating your vision, create imagination. This is very mystic, creative Pisces full moon. So keep grabbing onto that wand. Whether you want to write something, journaling, draw, paint, dance, sing, create. Our creative power is that God-given most powerful power that we have. And then it can be the gift, it can be the creativity of imagination, right? Imagining all the good things happening to each of us and to the collective. This full moon is the full moon of a prayer, where the boundary line is dissolving under this full moon. So the power and potency of prayer is strong. So when we meditate and when we pray, keep the whole humanity and this whole entire globe included in our prayers. And may we keep seeing this great vision of all beings finding, auspiciousness be everywhere. May auspiciousness be seen everywhere. May suffering belongs to no one. And may we, each of us, be the force of radiant light of love and peace and ease and bliss. Always, 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 always follow the light and be the light. Yes. Thank you so much for listening. Much love. Peace.